Hey Mark, how you doing? This is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, doing my entry to your contest. First of all, congratulations for having this thing going on. I really enjoy watching your channel and the things you show up. Most of the time, there are things I'm not going to listen because they are not in my wheelhouse. But you also show some great UK stuff, things that I really wanted to add to my collection. And I really like the way you describe music using some really cool terms, words, and the way you describe the music and the passion when you are talking about the things you like. It's a good thing and a fun thing to listen and to watch. So you ask three cool things: hear no evil, speak no evil, and see no evil. Uh, show uh, six six things that collection that are related with those cool topics. First of all, show two albums that will really captivates and really attracts you, and really you think they're great artwork. The two classics, two really classics stuff. First of all, this is one I really love. The first time I've seen, I wish I knew this place when I was visiting this city many years ago, and to visit this place where the photo was taken. Of course, I'm talking about Led Zeppelin physical graffiti. Yes, I got the chance to visit New York many years ago, but it was before I realized this one was from there and all the yada. And I really would like to visit this place and see how it's all about. Of course, we all know this the thing with you can move this and you'll get the whole idea. This is a great album cover, physical graffiti by the Mighty Step. Next, I think this is my favorite artwork done by this band. It's so magnificent. It's so heavy metal. It screams "Defenders of the Faith" by the Mighty Priest. No, I'm not going to show any Maiden album here because that would be too obvious. Any Maiden album cover could be having this as a great. Although I'm going to show some Maiden album later, but this is not about talking about the artwork. This is a great stuff. This is very heavy metal. This is Priest in the one of the finest moments in the 80s, and the artwork screams heavy metal, like we used to listen in the early 80s. Then talk about two albums that no one that have great comments. Few people can say that they have some they are not good, although you can always find a couple of guys that don't think that these are great albums. But first, I'm going to talk about the second one by Black Sabbath. Paranoid. What can you say about this album? Maybe Paranoid and Iron Man have been already overplayed, but this is a great album without any doubt. And now I think I like side 2 more than side A. Electric Funeral, that's Hand of Doom, Rat Salad, and Freddy Weather Boots are great stuff. And of course, side A, classics. This is Sabbath, still growing as a band, but great stuff. Yes, our mandatory Maiden album. I'm going to talk about well, of course, the first one, their debut. It was a great debut album done by an unknown band from back in the day. Proudly remember Tomorrow, Running Free, Phantom of the Opera, Transylvania, Strange World, Charlotte the Harlot, Iron Maiden, all killers, no fillers, with Paul Diano and Dennis Stratton on in the lineup. From here until up to Seven Sun, Maiden was on a trajectory of wow, all the way out, and they did no bad albums in the 80s, and this is the debut, and this is my proof about that. And the last one is talk about two albums that was shown by Marc or other BC members that you get because of that recommendation of showing them. You got it in your collection. I remember some early live streams. Mark and some other cool guys from the QA, Scott, Mike, and Andy did before they became or they used the name Contact in Blood. They were talking about favorite bands from different letters in the alphabet, and they went from A to Z to Z, showing cool stuff. And I remember them showing this one because I remember listening to this band back in the day and I didn't like it. I don't know, something about the vocals wasn't something I was used to. Something didn't click with me back in the day. But because of that recommendation, I went back and listened to this album again, and I thought, oh my God, this is really great. And luckily, a couple of weeks ago, I got the chance to get a nice copy of Annihilator, Alice in Hell, and yes, they were right. This is a great album, and really glad to have it now in my collection. And also, I think when they went to the Ars, I don't know who showed this album, but this is a really great speed metal band, a really great speed metal album from a non-speed metal that changed their style with this album, and this is to me is a masterpiece. This is a great album. I'm talking about Riot and Thundersteel. Although they don't look very speed metal in this photo with those very puffy, very 80s hairdos, trust me, they are a good speed metal, power metal, US power metal, US speed metal, and this is a great kind of recommendation from those guys when they were going through the alphabet and showing great bands from each letter. And I remember when they showed Riot. Of course, I knew Riot from back in the day, but I never got the chance to listen to them because I never liked the artwork of the first album with that weird half seal, half I don't know what mascot, half human. It was too weird. I never listened to the early stuff, but now when I revisit Thundersteel, I thought, yes, that's a great stuff. I need to add it to my collection. I was lucky to have it now in my collection after some many years missing that band. So, Mark, that's my answers to my entry to your contest. Hope you like it. Hope they are okay. Thanks again for having this contest. 2,000 subscribers. That's more than well deserved. Please keep on showing some dirty, horrible, and disgusting, and all that cool death metal that you do on a regular basis. Looking forward to see more of your stuff. And this is Christian down here in Santiago, Chile, saying goodbye till next time. Bye bye.